The year was 1944. Europe had been at war for 5 long years. Millions were dead, and the world was sinking deeper into darkness. But hidden behind barbed wire and guard towers in southern Poland stood a place even darker than war itself, Auschwitz. It was not just a camp, it was a world built on fear, starvation, and death. Where men were reduced to numbers, where hope was a crime, and where very few ever walked out alive. But one man, that his name was Witold Pilecki, a Polish officer who did the unthinkable. He volunteered to be imprisoned in Auschwitz. Witold was 39 years old, a husband, a father, and a soldier of the Polish underground resistance. When Nazi Germany invaded Poland in 1939, he joined the secret army fighting from the shadows. By 1940, rumors spread through occupied Poland, whispers of a massive prison complex where people vanished without trace. The resistance needed to know the truth. Pilecki stepped forward and said, "Send me in." He allowed himself to be captured in a German roundup on the streets of Warsaw. On September 19, 1940, under a false name, he was sent by train to Auschwitz. As the gate slammed shut behind him, and the words "Arbeit macht frei, work sets you free" loomed overhead, he knew he had entered hell. Inside, Pilecki saw what no outsider had yet imagined. Rows of barracks packed with men, starved, beaten, broken, guards shouting in German, dogs barking, the crack of rifles in the distance. Every morning began with roll call. Every night ended with executions. He watched priests, professors, and farmers alike reduced to skeletons. He recorded everything, names, dates, methods, all in his mind. But he was not there just to survive. He was there to fight. Within weeks, he organized a secret resistance network right inside the camp, codenamed the Union of Military Organization. They stole food for the starving, shared medicine, and passed notes written on scraps of paper hidden in bread loaves. He built radio transmitters from stolen parts, smuggled messages to the outside world, and gathered proof of mass killings. He became the first man to report the existence of Auschwitz to the Allies. By late 1942, Pilecki's secret reports had crossed Poland and reached London. They described gas chambers disguised as showers, crematoria burning day and night, trains arriving filled with Jews, political prisoners, and children, none returning. But the world, consumed by total war, could hardly believe it. Pilecki's words were dismissed as exaggeration. Still, he continued writing, recording, resisting. He dreamed that one day, the Polish underground or Allied forces would storm the camp and liberate the prisoners. But that day never came. By 1943, he realized the truth. No one was coming. After nearly 3 years inside Auschwitz, Pilecki decided the only way to save lives now was to escape and tell the world himself. It was a death sentence, if caught. Guards were ordered to kill instantly anyone within 20 feet of the fence, but he had already seen so much death that fear no longer ruled him. On the night of April 26, 1943, Pilecki and 2 other prisoners slipped into a bakery detail near the edge of the camp. As the guards drank and the dogs slept, they cut through a bolt on a back door, crawled out into the freezing dark, and ran. Behind them, searchlights flared and sirens screamed. Ahead, the forests of Poland. They ran through swamps and fields, hiding B-Day, moving by night. 4 days they survived on raw potatoes stolen from farms, bleeding from frostbite and exhaustion. After almost 2 weeks on the run, Pilecki finally reached the safe house of the Polish resistance in Bad Witold, starving and ill, but alive. He had done the impossible. He had escaped to Auschwitz. Once recovered, he wrote one of the most detailed eyewitness reports of the Holocaust ever made. Codenamed the Witold Report. It described with precision the construction of gas chambers, the number of prisoners murdered each month, and the ongoing extermination of the Jews. His words reached the Allied governments again, warning them that the Germans were carrying out mass murder on an industrial scale. But the war machine rolled on. The bombers flew, and the killing continued. Pilecki returned to fighting with the Polish underground in the Warsaw Uprising of 1944, commanding units against overwhelming German forces. When the war finally ended in 1945, he emerged not to peace, but to betrayal. Poland had fallen under Soviet control, and the new communist regime viewed resistance fighters like him as enemies. In 1947, Witold Pilecki was arrested by the secret police of the communist government. He was tortured for months, accused of spying for the West. Even then, he refused to break. During his trial, he said calmly, "I have tried to live my life so that, in the hour of my death, I would feel joy rather than fear." On May 25, 1948, The man who had walked into Auschwitz to expose evil was executed in a Warsaw prison by a bullet to the back of the head. His burial place remains unknown. For decades, his name was erased from history. The communist regime banned any mention of him. His reports were hidden. Even his family could not speak of him without fear. Only after the fall of the Iron Curtain did the world learn the full story of the man who infiltrated Auschwitz, not for glory, but for truth. Today, historians call him one of the bravest men of the 20th century. He entered a place built to destroy humanity and found a way to hold on to it. He faced evil not with hatred, but with courage. He proved that even in the darkest depths of human cruelty, light can still exist in the heart of one man. His last words to his friend before execution were simple. "I tried to live as best I could," and he did.